Namaste Soul Fam, it's Annette aka Shorty Love. I've been guided to provide a light language transmission for quite some time now on judgment energies. So this transmission and the light codes that come through are going to help us to dissolve and release judgment of ourselves and judgment that we project onto others, as well as judgment that others project onto us and into our energy field. So the very first thing to acknowledge with any type of healing, and obviously you guys are quite well aware of this by now, is that anything that we project out into the world or project onto others is coming from within us. So when we project love, it's because we're in a state of love within ourselves. But when we see something that we dislike or that we don't agree with, and we step to judging it straight away, that stems from an aspect, an area within ourselves where we're still judging ourselves. So the more we can dismantle that energy from within ourselves and relieve ourselves of the energy of self-judgment, the less we're going to judge things externally and have harsh criticism towards what's happening externally. Something that's really helped me along my journey is that when I see things that I don't agree with, when I encounter something or someone says something that I know is a direct judgment towards me, or like a projection, or just daggers being thrown, or whatever it is, I stay in alignment with myself. I ask myself if saying anything in that moment is even going to be of any value or any worth, if it's going to have a negative impact or a positive impact. Sometimes you take the hit, and it's just because energetically you're able to, like, energetically it hits your energy field and bounces off it anyway, you know what I mean? So your energy is powerful enough to transmute that kind of jargon that's coming at you from all sorts of places, you know, all the types of attacks you get as a light worker, as a spiritual person, as a starseed, and as an indigo, or whatever you identify yourself with, a chosen one. You're gonna get attacked, fam. It's just the energy present in certain people, in certain situations, is still quite dense on this planet. So even though we're high vibing and we're thriving and we're flying up, you know, with the higher beings of love and light, not everybody is of that consciousness. And sometimes you're going to come across that, not because they're doing something wrong. It's almost like a test. It's almost like a test of your resolve, a test of your strength, a test of your spiritual stamina, to see if you have conquered certain lessons. And the more that you allow yourself to continue to go in the direction of your integrity, of your own inner knowing, your own soul's truth, which is love, which is staying in a state of peace no matter what's happening on the surface level or exterior to you, the less those experiences are going to happen, and they're going to start to dissolve and dismantle themselves and just remove themselves out of your grid. So if that sort of stuff's still happening, it's because there's something that you still need to learn within yourself, or there's an aspect of yourself where you're still judging yourself for being yourself, or still judging yourself for showing up as who you really are, or you're judging yourself for stepping outside of the norm, you're judging yourself for leaving some people behind, maybe even disconnecting from certain family members. You might still be critical of yourself in certain areas, and you're being harsh to yourself, you know, you're not being lenient in areas where, you know, it's good to be accountable and responsible, but when you're accountable and responsible, you lose that tendency of being so judgmental and harsh and critical of yourself, because you're taking responsibility, you're taking accountability, you're not having to be so what's that word, like, people beat themselves down, you know, mentally, physically, even sometimes, and that comes from a state of still being in that fear and that judgment of, like, what is everybody going to think of me? What if they don't like me? What if me doing this is the wrong thing to do? What if I'm a bad person for leaving people behind? What if I'm a bad person for choosing my own path? You know, still judging ourselves. So it's time for us to remove that. The more of that we work on within ourselves, the less we're going to experience it in the external world. And, you know, from time to time you're still going to experience it, because that's just, you know, how it is, but you're going to experience it a lot less when you don't have that energetic charge to attract that energy towards you. And even when you do experience it, like I said, it's most likely a test from your soul to you to see it's not really the universe. So the universe just gives you what you're an energetic match to, but sometimes your soul is the one that's putting those things in front of you and calling those things to you to test your strength, to test your spiritual stamina, to test if you've conquered that, if you're over that, if you're past that, or if you're just going to keep going back into that same cycle and loop. And so what you can do in those situations is just see it for what it is, allow it, be clear about it, be like, okay, this person's projecting onto me, this person's judging me, and just, that's cool, that's your opinion, this is my path, I'm good, I love what I'm doing, I'm with the divine, you do your thing, I'm gonna do mine, type of thing, and you go your own ways. You know, you just disconnect from that energy, you dismantle it, you transmute it in that moment. And every time people are doing that, remember, I give you back your energy with love and light. In that moment, straight away, you give them back their energy. They have to deal with it. They have to deal with their wounding. It's not your responsibility. You don't have to take it on if you don't want to. A lot of the time when people come to me with that kind of energy, I just say it in my head. I'm straight up putting it out into the universe. I give you back your energy with love and light. I shield and protect my energy field. And if they continue to send it or try to like get rid of it because they can feel that, you know, it's too heavy and it's with them and they don't know what to do about it and they're trying to offload it onto you, straight away clear and transmute across all time, spaces, dimensions and realities and send it back to pure source with love and light. Now you're clearing the karma, you're clearing whatever karma was there between you guys, you're cutting that energy off and you're staying sovereign in your own field. It's a really beautiful way to stay sovereign in your being and sovereign on your journey, fam. To just take responsibility and accountability for yourself and allow others to take responsibility and accountability for their own healing and their own learning and their own growth. As healers, as star beings, as light beings, it's not our responsibility to fix and heal people. Nothing is broken. As healers, we guide people to their own healing, through their own healing. We're guides. We're here to help people go through that process if that's what they want. The teacher appears when the student is ready. But if they're not ready, you can't just go to them and start fixing things that they don't even know in need of fixing, you know what I mean? And like I said, nothing's broken, nobody's broken. We don't really need fixing. We just need healing and transmuting and removal of those energies to allow space for new higher vibrational energies. Okay, so again, when people are judging, don't take it personally. I don't really take a lot of things personally. The only thing I take personally is my journey, like my mission. You know, to me, it's not even personal, it's not even the right word. This is just everything to me. You know, my mission, what I'm here for is everything to me. But learn to not take things personally, because most of the time it's not. It's not personal, it's a reflection of what's happening within somebody else. So when they're judging you, it's because they're still judging themselves. When they're hating on you, it's because they still hate some aspect of themselves. They haven't accepted it yet. So understand, when it's coming from outside, it's not on you. It's got nothing to do with you. When it's coming from inside, then you can take responsibility, then you can take action, then you can take accountability, then you can do what you got to do to heal yourself and relieve yourself of that energy, which is what we're going to do here today. So with that, as the sun's beaming now, coming down, letting us know it's time for us to bring that healing energy in. Just receive this. Whew. And breathe. Allow yourself to ground and center into your body, setting the intention that you are ready to release, transmute and clear and alchemize all negative, toxic, low vibrational energies of judgment, all programs and conditions of judgment, all habitual patterns and behaviors of judgment, all projections that you have projected onto others in judgment or that others have projected onto you in judgment, allowing yourself to clear and transmute them from your energy field now across all time, spaces, dimensions and realities, and sending it back to pure source with love and light. Clearing out your clairaudient channels so that you may hear with love and speak with love. Activating your higher heart space so that you may love yourself easily and therefore love all else easily. Connecting your higher heart with your vision of foresight and your power of intuitive abilities so that you may see things clearly, see the truth, and act from a space of grace. Ishtarahane taroshurya tarakastera erato shunakatarase iretishtu hanakerahi Activating your lower chakras into a state of flow, receptivity, divine attraction, divine magnetism, removing any negative, low vibrational, toxic, judgmental, energetic pulls, energetic charts, cording, implants, imprints, and overlays, loops, vows, and agreements from this lifetime and previous lifetimes, and clearing and transmuting them all now across all time, spaces, dimensions, and realities, and sending them back to pure source with love and light, removing the energetic charge in our Horya Sche Hanarata Isha Arut Ushtera Unyat Ishina Ahar Ashut Usha Heriat Ushat Ascherata Sirat Usherata Sharat Hinyaratasche Hindaratusche Hareto Shirakatasiata Unyana Ashte Unyana Ashte Unyana Ashte Unyana Ashte, and lifting all of these energies now to align them with your heart space. Hiriata Serato Shuryoto Tuku Syoto Shi Hinaherashe, so that you may act, see, speak, create, and manifest from your heart space moving forward. Surya tena nanateria anikireke anahata heria sharakataku larata sonuria re. It is done. It is done. It is done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is. So anytime, fam, that your soul sends you an outward reflection of something that needs to be healed, a little test to see your spiritual strength and stamina, you know what to do, fam, okay? And just know that every single time you conquer one of these tests, every single time you conquer that energetic charge, then you're reprogramming it, you're rewiring it into something more pure and positive, more pure, positive mirror and expression for you. Come back to this whenever you need it. Take care of yourselves. Stay blessed. Stay high vibing. I'll see you guys soon.